So at the CT Horror Con a few weeks ago, I saw some movies. Some were better than the others. Big fan of horror, as you can see by all the junk on my shelf. I got Michael Myers. I got was up Ghostface. I got a regular ghost over a mannequin. Some stuff my sister's knitting. Yeah, big fan of horror. I just don't consume enough product. Okay, let's get to the review.
First off was Blood Rail, a short about a murderer who lives along a railroad track. The short had some funny moments, including a unique shot of a camera following a railroad spike into a man's head. I feel like it definitely had some Grindhouse inspiration, with the film seemingly being transferred from digital to VHS. Decent short, 5 out of 10. Next up was Housewife, which was probably the shortest one, if I'm remembering correctly. It has a woman finding a model house and accidentally cutting herself on it, which leads to it awakening and becoming a woman with a house for a head. Get it? Housewife? Very clever directors. All things considered, the short definitely didn't overstay its welcome. And the effects were good. I enjoyed Housewife's voice, 6.5 out of 10. After this was Delivered. I'm not trying to be too harsh on these short films, but they're all most likely made on a small budget by independent creators, but I feel like this one probably could have benefited from a bit of polish. I remember the title card was just the word delivered superimposed over the movie, not in a very pretty way either. The audio also took me out of being really invested in the film's about a woman funds the surgery from her daughter, I believe, by kidnapping sex workers, delivering to some sort of mafia. The ending was the most memorable part, in my opinion. I feel like it was lacking a bit. 4 out of 10. Psychotherapy was up next. Follows a father who is tied up to a pole in his garage. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember if it was the father or their therapist. I'm not entirely sure. The son and his girlfriend opt to kill him so they can move out and get his inheritance. I'm not sure. I missed the opening of this movie. The film ends with the father killing the girlfriend, breaking out with the son. Not going to spoil the ending. Certainly had some tension. Acting on the father's half was pretty impressive. 7 out of 10. The Resonance is about a woman investigating a videotape about a priest who had recently killed himself. Like I said in the beginning, none of these are available online, so I'm going off of what I can remember, but this one does have a trailer on YouTube and an active Indiegogo campaign, which I'll link in the description. All the acting was amazing, especially the tapes, which were the main focus of the short. I won't spoil the ending, but it did catch me off guard. 9 out of 10. Friendly Referral. First thing I noticed about this was its dialogue. It felt unnatural, almost stiff, Shyamalan-esque, if you will. Plot revolves around a teenager being paid to stay at a house overnight to watch a child, but she isn't allowed to enter his room. Can you guess what happens? Another critique of the movie I had is how it uses flashback in black and white to show some foreshadowing in a dialogue about 5 minutes earlier that felt a bit unnecessary to me. Doubt we would have forgotten it. 3.5 out of 10. Pray Kill F Repeat. Short begins with a woman walking past a bunch of crazy men, pissing into another guy's face till they choose to follow her. And follower extended fight scene, won't say much. Very graphic. One part in particular, but a good, probably my favorite out of all the films, with gratuitous violence in the ending. 10 out of 10. And after the high point, we hit the low point with Killing with Kindness. The short, I assume it sets out to be a horror comedy with a large man in a mask throwing a small party for a woman before he kills her. A lot of the audience did seem to find the jokes funny. Maybe it's a me thing that they didn't land. Practical effects weren't very good, and one scene involving a fork did make me laugh just because of how bad the effects were. 3 out of 10. After that was No Parabo. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Film based on the creature of Japanese folklore. creature's a woman, lacks a face. Main character ends up meeting one of these creatures after a shift at the bar. Can't spoil it because I guess this one's technically still being crowdfunded too. The acting was pretty decent. Other man at the bar stood out.
Oops, forgot to add in the rating for this one. 6.5 out of 10.
Christmas Guts was pretty silly. Plot of this was as simple as you can get. Lonely guy on Christmas eats some cookies that make his organs leave. The extended stop motion at the end was a main highlight for me. Can be pretty hard to do that stuff. 5.5 out of 10. Final film was Emulsion. When I have some thoughts about it, seems to juggle around a lot of really interesting ideas and it ends too quickly. The visual effects were also pretty well made. I feel like out of all the movies, this one would benefit the most from getting something full length made.
Oh damn, I forgot the second one. This one was 7 out of 10.
Here are the official film festival results. The Resonance getting first place didn't really surprise me. It felt like the film with the most amount of production value behind it, and I honestly would have put The Resonance again for best screenplay. And here is my ranking of the movies based on the score. Keep in mind that I am a fucking idiot. So, alright. Goodbye.